I'm here with Sean Hutto, and we are going to talk about condos because there's a big difference between buying a condo and a house. Sean Hutto on Q Financial. Sean, is there a difference between buying a condo and a house?
There is more to a condo than people realize. We'll put it that way.
It seems like it should be less to a condo because you don't have to buy a house that you have to be responsible for the roof and all of the features of a condo that make your life easier, but it sounds like all the finances could maybe make your life harder.
Yes.
So why is that?
So in short, condos have an association, the Homeowners Association, which many things do, but when it's a condo, they are responsible for taking care of a lot of the structure. And the thing that people do not realize about condos is the health of the board can greatly affect the value of your condo.
Okay, so if you got a bunch of people running the board that don't know what they're doing or they're not paying attention, then potentially it'll cause problems for financing?
It causes problems for financing. So
Oh,
you have your regular approval. When you have a condo, there's also what they call condo approval, which is a whole other department that analyzes their budget, analyzes their expenses, analyzes their reserves, and all these types of things, right? If they've got deferred maintenance out there and they don't have the money to fix it, pull it back. Pull it back.
What is deferred maintenance? Is that like, wearing dirty clothes that you should wash?
Yes.
And you don't wash them?
Yes.
Okay, then.
But in this case, it'd be like a roof.
Oh, they're
or
supposed
the
to
stairs.
fix. Okay.
Or, yeah.
Do they go out and look at the place to see if they've got like bad steps in the neighborhood?
No, they go off of what's in the budget. Is there something mentioned? There's a questionnaire they fill out.
Okay.
If the management company fills out a questionnaire that says, yeah, they were supposed to fix the roof, but they never did it,
Okay.
and there's no money in the budget to fix it.
So does that make them look like a bad condo association?
Yes.
Okay.
And then we have a Florida situation that we should probably mention.
What happened in Florida? But I live in Missouri. Why does that matter?
Well, because they killed a bunch of people,
Oh,
which is a big deal,
yeah.
because of deferred maintenance. Did not get done.
I see. So that situation is
So-
just heightened.
Everybody across the country now are going to deal with a lot more issues in trying to get a condo approved,
Okay.
because if you're missing a step or something simple, but the management company puts on that questionnaire, there's a deferred maintenance that could affect safety. They don't know if that's because you need to replace a 2x4
Okay.
or because the whole place is going to fall in. And
wow.
so there's a lot of gray area that people are dealing with right now that does need to get addressed. And just challenges that you're going to be up against.
Okay, so you're going to get records from the condo association, I guess their financials and their budget, to see how much these reserves, and then when you say deferred maintenance, it's mentioned, where do you pick that up at? The questionnaire. That's right, the questionnaire?
A lot of this, you know who I hope watches some of this video? Are the people at the management companies who I understand they're trying to cover their own selves and make sure they disclose everything.
Right.
But they also open a lot of can of worms by putting things on this questionnaire that aren't necessarily safety or health issues.
Right.
And if they're not safety or health issues, I don't think we need to know about.
So then the people at the management company, sounds like they need some
Education.
coaching or education on what it is, the purpose of the questionnaire, what the information is you're looking for, and being able to just stick with the facts.
Absolutely. We need to find a balance between, we definitely don't want people to get hurt.
Right.
We definitely want to make sure if
Right.
we're buying a condo that it's a sound condo.
Right.
And that the budget's in order.
Mm-hmm.
But we also don't need to worry about getting a splinter necessarily. Some
Right.
things that, if I don't know, being
Right.
exaggerated.
No, I know, but at the same time, there's things that could
We still want to help people buy homes.
You could lead an underwriter that works for you to believe that there's something that's very dangerous going on based on the individual that filled out the document and what's really happening.
When in reality, it's not even the case.
Right.
I just had one, it was tuck pointing. Oh my gosh, and I called the management company. I was like, we walked around the building, we didn't see, they're like, oh, we just put that on there because it's a brick building. It always needs it eventually.
Oh,
I'm
see.
like, okay, well, we're trying to help somebody own a home.
That's funny because it's, when a seller does a seller's disclosure and they talk about their home, it's almost like an interview. They should have an interview. You should ask the questions. You should not let them answer the questions without your strict questioning process. No, I get it. You don't want to finance a condo that's not healthy for the buyer. I wouldn't want that either. But I would venture that a lot of these companies don't understand what that responsibility is. And is that every kind of financing? I mean, if an FHA buyer, a VA buyer, a
They're a little
conventional
different.
buyer?
Conventionals are a little easier. FHA's got their own extra rules.
Okay.
VA's got their own extra rules.
Okay.
So each one's got its quirks. But in general, the board needs to have its house in order.
So if I'm representing a buyer who wants to buy a condo, is there anything I can do up front on the research side before we write the contract, before, my buyer's packing his boxes or her boxes and getting all excited and redecorating? What can I do to assist with not getting in a situation where...
If you're making an offer on a condo, it's very important right up front. Everybody should know this. It's, hey, we need all the condo docs. We need the contact over there. We need them to respond to us because it's the same thing on every single condo sale.
Okay.
So they should just, it should be like, oh yeah, we do this every single time.
Right,
It always
right.
seems to be a surprise.
Right.
Not sure why. But
Right.
if
No,
it's
but that's-
FHA, there's actually a list. You can go to the HUD website and see if it's already approved.
Oh, okay. Right.
So that's helpful.
Right. But so even if it's approved with FHA, if the management company has these other issues that you mentioned, they could potentially cause a problem.
You want to check out that questionnaire before you go turn it in.
Okay.
And say, hey, you mentioned some deferred maintenance on there.
Right.
Is this a safety issue, or
Right.
we just need to paint the building because you do that every summer?
Right. And I can get that information, right?
Absolutely.
I can collect that information. Okay. So there's a little more homework for us real estate agents, but as a buyer, condos can be great. It's just taking time to do the research up front to make sure that condo is going to qualify for your financing. Unless, of course, you've got cash. If you've got cash, does any of that matter?
It would matter to me because as an investor, I still want to know I can sell it.
Right. Okay,
And
it matters.
even though I can buy it for cash,
Right.
if I can't
Doesn't mean
sell
you
it to
can't
somebody
sell
that
it.
can get financing,
Right.
then I'm stuck with it.
Right. So bad management affects the marketing of condos.
Absolutely.
So I thank you for sharing all of that with me, Sean. So,
Tammy Campbell.
Yes. And if you have a condo, we're still going to work hard to see that you can get it, right?
Absolutely.
Right.
We just want to get all that work done up front.
Right.
It's
I
the same
agree with
thing
you.
on every condo.
I agree with you.
Get it all up front.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.